What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. Now, got something good for y'all. And before I get into that, let me just address something so I can clear the air so people understand what's going on. A lot of times, me and some of the family, we have dialogue on here, and I see something like a certain way. And it's mostly about fighters, not so much situations, but more fighters, who you think will beat this guy or that type of thing. And that's fine, because to me, there's no right or wrong answer. It's all opinions. I think Anthony Joshua is the best heavyweight out there. I can't guarantee you he's going to beat everybody he fights. He may lose to somebody who we think he's going to destroy. You know, you telling me your opinion, I'm telling you my opinion. That's all good. I love the conversation. That's all good. That's not an issue. Okay. The problem is, okay, there's times when some jackass jumps on and want to start being disrespectful and talking shit. So, me, I chew that ass up real quick. And sometimes what happens is we may be having the same subject of conversation, but I don't want people to think like, damn, what did I say to piss Aries off? Like, no. Like, I'll give you two examples. The other day, me and one of the family was talking about Errol Spence being flat-footed, and Chris Colbert made the comment, the comment. So I'm explaining in my comments like, yeah, Errol Spence, he is flat-footed. He's not reduced to being flat-footed. Like his skills are not there. Like, no, he chooses to fight flat-footed, and that lack of discipline can cost you against a seasoned veteran fighter. Just another elite fighter who can capitalize on the fact that, like when Errol Spence, I already made a video talking about it. So bottom line, somebody else made a comment. Errol Spence, he's giving Errol Spence props. I've always given Errol Spence props. The whole thing, and people seem to forget that whoever Errol fights, I'm pushing for Errol to win. That does not mean that I don't see things in his style that can cost him. That, like, come on. So this guy's like, oh, Chris Colbert's a cocksucker. Oh, y'all motherfuckers are bandwagon riders and all this, yada, 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 yada. Like, well, all of a sudden, now everybody loves Chris. Oh, right? So I had to address that shit. And first off, make it clear, I'm not some new jack who just started watching boxing. It's like, I can box my ass off. I can fight my ass off. So you couch potatoes who sit up here watching boxing and playing video games, fighting games, and think you can fight because you play Fight Night Champions, you think you can fight or whatever. Who you think you talking to? Like, so I'm addressing this guy. Not the other guy, but this guy. But you know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, you know what? After I said what I said, the motherfucker responded like, I said, you know what? Fuck this mother. And I just got rid of that dude. Another one was when, a guy was talking about, when the comment that Malik Scott made about Muhammad Ali. Saying that Wilder was 10 times better. And some dude just said, me and one of the family was talking about, the opponents that Ali had versus the opponents that Wilder has faced, right? And like, what does Wilder have in his arsenal that Ali can't handle? You think that the right hand is going to beat Muhammad Ali? Like, and one of the family commented in a jokingly sarcastic way, not towards me, but about the situation. I caught it. I understood what he was saying. And somebody else made a similar comment, but trying to be an asshole. So I was addressing that person. Now, especially if I end a sentence with salute and I give you the fist bump, then like, even if I don't, that doesn't mean that I'm angry at you or something. Like, why would I? I don't care about that stuff like that. But just to make that known, because sometimes, like, you might not see it or understand it. I'm going at somebody else that I might have been having the same conversation with, with somebody else. So, yeah, and this is why I just start blocking people, because it's not about a difference of opinion. It's like, this is not, Dick Riders Incorporated. So this is not the channel that you're going to come on and vent and be disrespectful. I just get rid of people. Okay. So salute the whole family. I never take none of this stuff personal. Direct disrespect, no, I'm not going to tolerate that from nobody. Okay, in person especially. Either way, in person, on video, whatever. I don't take disrespect. I don't give it, so I don't take it. You disrespect me, then I'll give it. But I'm not coming on here looking to argue and act like a child with people. Okay, now we've been talking about this for a while. I did a video today about Deontay Wilder finally taking his training serious. Check that one out as soon as it uploads. Might upload probably before this one. I don't know. But either way, I'm about to, get some more stuff going. Y'all know I'm always on the go. Listen, y'all. I didn't find it honorable when Deontay Wilder talked all this trash, made all of these accusations, and made all these claims about proof, made all these lies because he said one thing and did another, and I just felt like it was just like, what are you trying to do? Like, what are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to convince? And then he did all this talking just to come to a press conference and wear headphones and avoid questions. Avoid the conversation that he should have been having to promote this fight. And remember, he said, I'm like Batman, he's my sidekick, I'm like Batman and he's Robin, and I'm gonna let him see how good of a job he do promoting the fight. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Deontay? What? So you just gonna sit there and say nothing? The damage was already done. It was just like, wow. Now, let me ask y'all a question, the same question I asked before, okay? And it's really a rhetorical question, okay? For somebody to say, I'm full, I can't eat a thing, I'm stuffed, right? And then 2 minutes later, they're in there stuffing their face again. How did you just get hungry all of a sudden in 2 minutes? 2 minutes ago, you said you're stuffed, you can't eat another thing, right? Something ain't right. You didn't just get an appetite 2 minutes later and you're stuffed like that, right? Okay. This makes no sense. That's the whole point. That comment makes no sense if they say that and then all of a sudden they're stuffing their face again, right? No sense. Like, you're either lying or you're delusional. Something is wrong, right? Okay. Does it make any sense to say the reason I didn't talk at the press conference, and even how he started off, the time for talking is done, right? All this blood shed, blood will be shed, blah, 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 whatever. And he had all his followers saying, Champ don't have to say nothing. Time for talking is done, just like he said, right? Champ focused. Champ about that work. That's grown up business right there. He ain't gotta talk. You know what I'm saying? Time for talking is done. Then you go and make video after video after video after video after video and say everything that you were scared to say in front of Tyson Fury. And then you keep bringing up the past, even though y'all got a third fight coming. 2 weeks away now, right? Well, he just did another video with 7-8 Sports. Like I told you guys, he's doing videos with select channels. He only want to talk to people that's going to let him blah, blah, blah. And if you listen to him, all he's doing is going from this channel to this channel to this channel to this channel to give a sob story about being cheated and how he's the best heavyweight in the world. Everybody's afraid to fight him. Oh, this guy ducked me, that guy ducked me. Malik Scott said his job is to have AJ eat, sleep, and shit boxing. Then you not doing your job then. Because this dude went from not saying nothing and now he won't shut the fuck up. He's just talking. Okay? And then he had the nerve to say, listen at this. He said, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, Tyson Fury is thinking of like a boatload of ways to cheat. You think he ain't gonna try to cheat again? And then said he couldn't even knock me out when I was weak. Right? All this that he's looking for a way to cheat. Of course they're gonna try to cheat. I know they're gonna try to wait. You sitting here right now, 2 weeks away from your big fight, and you talking about this man cheating. You make it sound like you're going to be blindfolded and he's going to have his eyes no blindfold and he can have a weapon in his hand like you have a disadvantage. Bro, you, here's what I hear and see, okay? Deontay Wilder is mentally weak. He's emotional and he's weak. Anybody can say, I'm a strong black man. You can say that shit, but your actions show different. He's not strong. He's weak. He is a mental wreck. This man is still talking about fights 1 and 2 to this day. He's talking about Tyson Fury cheating. Malik Scott's talking about him knocking out Wilder in 5 rounds. To me, you don't want to know what this is? The same way he's talking about AJ already making excuses about ducking me. What the fuck? What? The fuck did AJ say to make you say that shit? Oh, they already talk about mandatory. What the fuck did that have to do with you and AJ fighting? AJ's fight is supposed to be in September, a couple of months after yours. So how is that ducking? To me, that's someone already laying the foundation for their excuse as to why he's not going to fight AJ. And all he got to simply say to his minions is, oh, AJ didn't want to fight. See, AJ ducked and Wilder even said it. It's as simple as that. He can tell you my doo-doo tastes like Frosted Flakes. Can I have some of your doo-doo, champ? I love Frosted Flakes. I mean, let's be real. For you to say, this man, they already working on ways to cheat. Like, what are you trying to prove? This is what he's trying to prove. He's trying to prove to himself that he's ready. He's trying to convince himself. He's trying to get his courage and his heart up. He's trying to keep an anger towards this guy that can, like a rage burner, so he can go in the ring and be able to do what he's imagining doing to Fury. The emotion he feel, like the fact that he lost and got humiliated and got destroyed in that ring. I mean, to sit here and say that they're already thinking of excuses, look, and ways to cheat, and all these things. The only person making up excuses is Deontay Wilder. Do he not understand? Obviously he doesn't, and neither does his fans. There is nothing that Deontay Wilder can say or do that's going to change fights 1 and 2. Nothing. In fact, if he don't change his mindset, there's nothing he's going to be able to do to change the outcome of fight 3 ending just like fight 2 ended. Or worse. Because Deontay, when you sit here and focus on something that you can't change, bro, it shows you have not moved on. You can fool your fans all you want. You can make stupid people even stupider for believing the shit coming out your mouth, even though we see different. Anybody tell me I'm wrong. If you, as a man, have a woman, and your woman is talking to you about somebody from her past, are you not going to give her a piece of your mind and let her probably wind up opening the door, get the fuck out, and go find that motherfucker? Ladies, if you're sitting here with your man, and this man is sitting here, heartfelt conversations, talking to you about some woman from his past, are you going to sit here and not realize it's obvious he's not over her because he keeps talking about her? It's as simple as that. Look, he hasn't moved on. One thing that I see with Deontay, he's very immature. He doesn't carry himself like a grown man. He acts like, to me, he's like a teenager. And he's like a teenager in a grown upper body. The dude he's immature, man. To this day, wandering around hollering bomb squad and all that little stuff that people do when they're kids. You know, like when you're a kid, you do all these little weird handshakes and all this, right? And then you grow up, you don't do that shit no more. This dude is just immature. He hasn't come to grips with reality. He is detached from reality. His fans are his worst enemies because they are supporting bullshit. Malik Scott can talk all the shit he wants. He can talk all the preparation. Your fans couldn't save you from that second ass whooping. They couldn't save you from the first one. But you made that out. You made it out of that fight on your own 2 feet. You know, to your credit. You know what I'm saying? You made it out on your own 2 feet. You were able to drop him. Second fight, we saw what happened. Fans couldn't help you out of that either. Just like they couldn't keep Fury down when he went down, he got up. So the point when I'm saying, when that bell rings, it's you and Fury. 7-8 Sports can't help you. Blue Blood can't help you. Deontay can't help you. Ego can't help you. None of them can't help you. For 9 can't help you. It's you and Fury. Wilder's doing all of this to psych himself out, man. Fury don't care about what he's saying. Other than his minions, who you think believe what he's talking about? Nobody. His whole situation. Listen, you see the Nestor Gibbs situation? Why? I felt it important to let you guys hear that. He was one of the biggest Deontay Wilder supporters. And this dude was, I mean, you couldn't say nothing about Deontay. And that dude is going to even agree half-ass with what you're saying, no matter how true it was. Even for Deontay to say something and do something, and Nestor Gibbs, no, he did it. He still made excuses. In fact, the video that Wilder and the PBC wanted down, what was he doing in that video with Chris Colbert? He was trying to he was taking Wilder's side. He's sticking up for Wilder. Okay? But listen to everything he said about Wilder after he got pissed off because now you're trying to mess with his money by trying to have his video taken down, right? And what did he say? I've bitten my tongue for too long or long enough or whatever, right? I know the truth about you and I've been lying for you because I'm making money off of you. But now, since you want to be like that, right? Now, let the truth out. Simple. Deontay Wilder is too immature. It's simple. He's too immature to come to grips with reality. He's detached from reality, and he doesn't see these people are not helping him. Let me give you all a quick story. Okay? Y'all gonna love this one. And this is real. I don't make up stuff. This is real stuff. There's a guy named Sharif, right? I used to bowl with Sharif. You know, we all go bowling. There's a guy named Dwayne. Sharif, him and Dwayne, I can't tell you how many times they done challenged each other, but Sharif has yet to beat Dwayne. Okay? He's yet to beat him. Dwayne, one day, his wrist was a little sore, so he had like a little brace, little support, just to, you know, keep pressure off his wrist, right? And it was with his dominant hand. He beat Sharif with his wrist support. Nah, man, it's the wrist. See, you got that thing on your wrist, and it's helping you to like keep your wrist steady, man. Yada yada. You know what? Took the wrist support off. He beat Sharif. They play again. No, this ball too heavy. It's the ball. Like it, man. You know what, Sharif? I'm gonna use the same ball. Simple. We're gonna use the same ball. Beat him with that ball. Yo, it's hot in here, yo. I can't breathe. Sharif, we all in the same room together. Same air you feel, he feels. Same air you're breathing, he's breathing. All right? Beat him again. Yo, man, I ain't get no sleep last night. I got home like 12:30. Oh, really? Dwayne told me, well, I got home at 3 this morning. I got a half hour of sleep. Beat him again. Bottom line is, Sharif just couldn't say Dwayne is just a better bowler than I am. And Sharif will play. It's a group of people that come in there, they're older. They play for fun. They bowl with 2 hands. They don't care. If they miss, they crack up laughing. If they make it, they crack up laughing. They just play for fun. Like, they ain't care about competing. They don't care if they win or you win. They just, you know, happy-go-lucky type people. He's in there bowling them, taking it serious. So he can beat them. But now when he steps up in competition and plays somebody like Dwayne, he can't beat him. And he has every excuse as to why Dwayne beats him. But guess what? The fact of the matter is, he's just not as good as Dwayne. But he just can't admit that to himself. How is he going to become a better bowler if he doesn't realize I have to start, for one, practicing and understanding what I'm doing wrong first? That's the key. Not just practicing, what am I doing wrong? It's something I'm not doing. Why I can't get the strikes like I want to. I got to get better. I got to practice. No. For anybody to grow and get better at anything, you got to find where your weaknesses are. What am I doing wrong? What am I going to correct? Right? Okay. Well, if Deontay Wilder, okay, feels like telling himself he was cheated, because I think it scares him to accept that, yo, this dude just kicked my ass. Nah, man, nah. I wasn't right. You could see when I took my mask off, something wasn't right with me. You could tell, like, the things I was doing and the ways I was acting. No, you just making an excuse. Okay? Just like AJ didn't look right. Something seemed wrong. And even he said it. Something didn't seem right. But guess what? We didn't have no year-long excuses about what happened. Nah, the better man won. Still to this very day, this man is 2 weeks away from his third fight with Fury. He's talking about fights 1 and 2. You think, what is the significance of going on 7-8 Sports talking about Fury and team is already thinking of a bunch of ways to cheat? No, according to you, Fury didn't beat you. The referee beat you. The Charlos beat you. You know, the Darrell brothers, the referee, everybody, Mark Breland, you was fighting everybody. Y'all don't think that this man is delusional. Y'all really don't think he's a sore loser. Y'all don't think that he just doesn't get it. I love my kids to death. Love them more than anything in this world. When my kids are outside playing basketball for fun and everything, okay, that's that. But when they want to take it to the court and play somebody who really can play, and I'm like, you can't get mad because somebody beat you. That person really take ball serious. You play ball in the park and in front of the house and all that. You're not playing ball to really ball. You're trying to get better. But what you got to understand, there's levels to this. So when this person is in the gym shooting and getting better and working on his skills, unless you're willing to do that, just have fun and understand. This is not your thing. Otherwise, you got to get more serious and take it serious to get better. If you're not going to do that, stop challenging people that you can't beat. But then again, don't go around challenging people that you know you can beat and then talking shit after you do it like, yeah, I'm better than you know. Because when you lose to somebody, now you're mad and got an attitude, right? It's as simple as that. Okay? If you study for a test, you'll pass it. If you don't, you fail. Can you get mad at somebody because they get 100 on the test and you get a 70? No. You should have studied. That's life. So this man is sitting here lying to himself to motivate himself to believe I was cheated. He didn't beat me. Trust me, man. That feeling of acceptance eats a lot of people up. And it's the same thing with Wilder. He just can't say, yo, Fury just beat me that night. He don't have to say Fury's the better man. He's a better fighter than me, even though he is. He can just simply understand that night he was better. This night I have to be better. They can post all the videos of him training 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I already did a video about that. Like I said, that's what he should have been doing already. It's not a favor to us because he decided to train. It's a favor to himself. That's his job. That's what you get paid millions of dollars to do. He should have been doing that. But this guy is steadily holding on to fights 1 and 2, crying and whining about being cheated. And you mean to tell me your fans, you his fans, don't care enough about him to say, wow, but shut the fuck up with that bitching and get your ass ready for fight 3. We've been hearing about this shit for the whole year, man. That shit is over with. It's about now. You have people who love a football team, a basketball team. Their team that they like got the worst record in the league, and they know that they can't compete with the teams that's in the league with them, and they sit there and talk about, oh, I bet you they wouldn't have beat us 10 years ago. what the fuck does 10 years ago have to do with now? No, I'm saying we had a squad then. Okay, is that going to help this team win the championship this year? Well, no. Well, what are you talking about? What does that matter? What they had 10 years ago? They don't have that now. That's why they suck. You can't just simply come to grips and say, hey, the team is rebuilding. Right now, they're not that good. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. Right now, it's not happening. Why is it hard for people to accept that? Why? I can draw. People say, yo, your pictures be dope, man. I don't draw to compete with people. So if you ask me how I rate myself as an artist, I don't. But if I did rate myself, I wouldn't rate myself amongst the best artists. I don't do this shit every day. I'd be a way better artist if I actually just did this shit often and sharpened up. You got people do this shit for a living. How the fuck am I going to compete with them? You understand what I'm saying? No. I train my ass off, spar, I do all that shit still. So that's something different. It's still in me. It's never left me, okay? But as far as for me to draw, I draw a picture and everybody's going, yo, that motherfucker picture look real. Yeah. It look better than yours, Aries. Yeah, it does. Is it hard for me to say that shit? It should. He draw all the time. I do this shit once in a while. It's just, I never went to an art school to learn the basics of drawing. I learned from just looking at shit. Or imagine something in my head and, I'm not the best artist in the world, man. I never claimed to be. Don't want to be. Don't need to be. I just do it as a hobby. Simple. This man is a boxer who held the title. And even while he held that title, people was making excuses as to, oh, man, boy, you got to understand, Wilder ain't been fighting that long. No, you got to understand. He ain't been fighting that long, right? Well, he should know that. And he should, take it serious. He should be more focused and more dialed in. Now, if this guy is training all day, every day, but still walking around here talking about, they trying to cheat. Oh, I know they're going to cheat. When Radio Raheem was talking to Malik Scott, remember Malik Scott said, I know what you're thinking. You're saying like a guy can be training and all that and be focused and still mentally not beat it. Exactly. And Radio Raheem told. It's obvious he hasn't moved on because he's not talking at the press conference. He don't. Listen, everybody can't handle pressure well. And Deontay Wilder is no different. And if you watch, like I said, every Deontay Wilder video, I have never seen a Deontay Wilder video where he just talks and without insulting somebody or calling somebody or trying to be sarcastic or just or letting his ego out. He's always better than somebody else. He's better than everybody. There's nobody that can beat him. Everybody's afraid of Deontay. Oh, they're all jealous of me. Oh, this guy's a hater. And it's like, Deontay, why do you sweat things that's small? It's small. It's something that we used to do back in the hood. When somebody, yo, you know what I said about you? Yo, so what y'all getting into later? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's small things to a giant. But they did what Deontay does. They say all this shit behind your back, and then when you see him, hey, well, you had something to say to me earlier? Oh, no. I was just saying, Oh, right. But when you wasn't there, they was huffing and puffing. Now, if he's going to sit here and tell 78 Sports, Tyson Fury, you better believe he's going to cheat. They're thinking of a million ways to cheat. Why you ain't say all that to Tyson when you was face-to-face with him, man? And I have to allude back to that because you lied. Again, as usual. Time for talking is done. Ain't nothing left to say. I'm all about that action, right? But you keep doing videos talking shit. Got face-to-face with this man and froze up. Let's be real. You froze up like a bitch. You said nothing. And now you on 7-8 talking all this shit. And it's like, how the fuck can you respect that? How the fuck can you respect that, man? You sitting up here talking all this tough guy shit when you not face to face with him. Because you go on a platform, 7-8 Sports ain't going to put you on blast. He's not going to question and challenge nothing you say. Everything you say, he's going to roll with it and agree with it. And you know that. And that's why, like I said, he's choosing who he talks to because he want to just say what he want to say. Don't question me. Don't challenge me. Don't ask me nothing that I don't want to answer. And he knows somebody like 7-8, Blue Blood, Deontay, those guys are going to give him his wish. And he knows that. That's why he's choosing to talk to people like that. But why do you have so much to say when you're not in front of Fury? I'm from a different cloth, man. You can't say or do anything towards me, and I'm aware of it, and I feel some kind of way about it, and then I'm going to see you and have nothing to say. But then when I'm not around you, I'm talking about it? Nah. Aries can tell you plain and simple, I don't fear no fucking body. The other fucking day, my son was on a bike, and he went around the corner, and I heard people going, yo, bear. We got bears out here. And they're big as fuck. And I was outside. I grabbed the axe about that long. I hauled ass around the corner. Shit, because and I'm not falling apart, but inside, my son is all right, man. I'm gone. My neighbor saw me. He heard that shit. He grabbed, boom, I think it was a pipe or something. He had and he ran. I didn't even know. And I just heard, kind of glanced back, and I see him. He's like, yo, I'm behind you. And we get around here. And, I turn the corner, and we live, like, out in the woods. So there's no sidewalks. And if you've been in the woods, you know how we got them streets that's, like, forever. And as you looking, you like, man, I'll get you in the street by tomorrow. God damn, that's how it looked. And I turned, and when I saw my son on the bike, I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm like, okay, good. And I just hugged him, like, oh, man. I said, all right, let's go. They said there's a bear out here, so he's on the bike. All right, come on. And we, go back around the corner. My thing was fuck scared, man. Fuck scared. Yeah, I grabbed the axe, common sense. I want something to defend myself against a big-ass 800, 900-pound bear. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, that's my son, bro. That bear gonna have to kill me, bro. Like, that's my son. Fuck that. And I hauled ass around it, like, fuck that. Hey, ain't no come with me. No, I grabbed the axe, and I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm gone. And bottom line, man, a man does man shit. Sometimes you gotta whoop ass. Sometimes you might have to, your life is on the line for something. My life could have been on the line. But guess what? If I'd have died defending my son, I don't want to be out my kid's life and my kids, and I'm a young man in life. My kids, they're kids. I want to grow up without their dad, but you're going to have to kill me to do something to my kids. Okay? And there ain't a man on the fucking earth that I know that I would rather, look, that can do more damage than a fucking bear. You understand what I'm saying? This man was face to face with another human being, and he froze up and refused to talk. Had on headphones like a little child. And when I say he's immature, now, understand, you guys can knock yourself out hitting thumbs down. You can talk about father, kid. I don't like you, Aries. Good. Fuck you too. Help yourselves. But I'm always keep it a buck. I'm never going to come up here and fabricate and sugarcoat shit. Deontay Wilder is mentally weak. He's soft. He's too damn emotional. Plain and simple. He's too damn emotional. And he need to get control of that. Do you guys remember when Jermell Charlo lost to Tony Harrison? And he's at the press conference crying, and he said he hate to lose so much. That's why he don't even play video games, because he hate to lose. Right? People kind of laugh like, it was funny. Right? But he fought the same guy. Jermell felt like he won that first fight. I thought he won the first fight. Okay? But bottom line was, he had to get that out of his system, go forward. And he said a lot of things about Tony Harrison. He ducked him. He was pretending to be hurt to postpone the fight and stuff. We don't know if that's true or not, but that's how he felt, right? Okay. But he went in there. He fought. It was a competitive fight. He got the stoppage. Simple. Simple. The more you keep telling yourself, but he felt like he won. That right there, I thought he won too. That's something that's feasible. But when you start talking about your water was spiked and someone had an egg weight is about that big. how much of an impact is that going to put on your punch? You understand what I'm saying? And the fact that you was getting hit with damn near everything Fury was throwing, the egg weight, what does the egg weight make him more accurate? Does an unpadded glove make his punches more accurate? No, you just couldn't get out the way. So all that, the heebie-jeebies, and to this day, the stuff that he keeps saying to make excuses, people understand something. Wilder, as far as I'm concerned, I'd have to see him beat Fury to believe it. And nothing really surprises me. I would have to see it. He may go in there and get completely destroyed, man. Because he is weak and soft and trying to convince himself. Listen, he been telling y'all this shit for over a year. He knows his minions is already on his side, no matter what he say. He's trying to convince himself. He don't need to say anything else to convince his minions. His minions will curse out their mama to defend him. Okay? He's trying to convince himself. Everybody, he knows how everybody feel. He knows who's against him and who's not. He knows, like, it's the people, my minions. These people are the ones I don't have to convince them. I know they're stupid enough to believe anything I say. So this dude, plain and simply, is trying to convince himself. Like I said, he's trying to keep that fire burning. So come fight night, and trust me, the night that he starts walking down that ramp to come to that ring, and he's trying to keep focused. He wants to show that last time he was cheated. He wants to make himself believe it. His heart gonna start beating faster, and he's gonna have to deal with the nerves. When that bell ring, I'll tell you right now, if this man don't land some shit and get Fury out of there, the more that fight, longer that fight goes, especially Fury, listen to me, man, listen. Psychologically, Fury's been in his head forever. Y'all think that he's just saying this shit just to be saying it? No, Deontay Wilder is weak, y'all. He is weak. He's a crybaby. He's soft. He can't accept reality. That is a recipe for destruction. And in all honesty, don't be shocked that this is the last time you see Deontay Wilder fight. And if he does fight again, he might be at journeyman status. I will have to see him beat Fury to believe it, man. This shit coming out of his mouth and them bullshit training videos that I've seen, I mean, hey, good for him that he's finally, deciding he wants to train, but I have not seen anything that makes me feel like, yo, Fury better watch out. Nothing. Hand speed, punching power, footwork. I have not seen nothing that make me just feel different about the last two fights. Yeah, you're hitting Mitch now. Hitting Fury and getting hit back is going to be two different things. Basically, I feel like it's sad for somebody to be so immature, naive, and delusional, and have a bunch of yes men around him. Because that right there will be one of the main reasons that he never change and understand. He needs to grow up. Accept the reality that he lost. Move on from that shit and just get better. And his ego is so big. His ego is so big. That's like the icing on the cake. Because with everything that I just said about all these other attributes that he has, that's making him really bitter inside. But it's not going to matter. And if he gets beat the way that more than likely somebody who's went through what he went through usually happens when they come back, he'll never be the same. That will be the end of Deontay Wilder. And there's no way that with his ego and the weight, he wouldn't be able to handle that. Be real with your man and let him know, yo, Deontay, man, come on, you 2 weeks away. Stop talking about fights 1 and 2, man. Let's go. You making us start to look at you funny now. Like, bro, come on. You keep talking about this and he's gonna cheat. He's gonna. That's fear. That's fear. That's eat, sleep, and shit in boxing. That's I'm laser focused. The time for talking is done. That's what that is. All this talk he's doing now. Should have said that shit to Fear when you had the chance. Don't change anything though. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.